Hi, this is Becky. Welcome back to my channel, and in this video I am going to read the daily devotional for day 20. The word for this one is relapse. After years of eating the wrong foods and failing to exercise, it's not unusual for someone to be rushed to the hospital for a heart bypass surgery. After the surgery, pain and fear are foremost in the patient's mind. The family begins to relax, though, as the patient turns over a new leaf, establishing new priorities of eating nutritious foods, exercising, and getting proper rest. Unfortunately, it's not unusual for loved ones to watch helplessly as the heart attack patient gradually returns to his former lifestyle. Time restraints make it difficult, he insists, to keep up with the daily walking regimen, and the unhealthy foods begin to slip back into his diet. A second heart attack and surgery may be the result of giving up the components of a healthier lifestyle. Those of us on the sidelines find it difficult to understand why someone would be so careless about the health of their own body. We can often effectively break the cycle of our own dysfunctions or compulsions by working our recovery programs for months or even years. But gradually, we may become complacent about the practices and safeguards that have helped us achieve our success. Meetings get skipped, we stop writing in our journal, we lose touch with our accountability partners and sponsors. Much to our surprise, after years of success, we relapse back into our old hurts, hang-ups, and habits. Working Principle 7, reserve a daily quiet time with God for self-examination, Bible reading, and prayer in order to know God and His will for my life and to gain the power to follow His will. That's our best defense against a relapse. The first step in preventing a relapse is to admit to ourselves that we will be tempted, that we're not above temptation. Jesus wasn't, so why should we be? Take the time to read the full account of Jesus' temptation in Matthew 4, verses 1 through 11. The end of the story, when the test was over, the devil left. Jesus had been tempted, but he hadn't succumbed. Throughout his entire earthly life, God's Son never once sinned, though the temptation he endured was as real as any we've struggled through. Mark 14:38 directs each of us to watch and pray so that you will not fall in temptation. The spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak. Keep in mind that being tempted isn't a sin, it's falling into the action the temptation invites that gets us into trouble. No, temptation isn't a sin, it's a call to battle. When we're tempted to fall back into our old hurts, hang-ups, and habits, we need to confront Satan as emphatically as Jesus did on Matthew 4:10. Away from me, Satan, for it is written, worship the Lord your God and serve him only. When you find yourself being tempted, stop and do a heart check, asking yourself, am I H, hurting, E, exhausted, A, angry, R, resentful, or T, tense? If you answer yes to any of these above, use the tools that you've learned in recovery to help you get yourself back on track. Call your sponsor or an accountability partner immediately and work Principle 7. Here, you can take a look at this before you check out my next video. Take a look. When was the last time you remember being tempted? If you were able to resist, how did you do it? How can working Principle 7 help prevent a relapse in your recovery? What does Mark 14:38 mean to you? And take a moment right now to do a heart check. Are you hurting, exhausted, angry, resentful, or tense? How does it help to know when you're vulnerable to temptation? And I hope you have a blessed day.